Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Marlon Johnson here, aka Mindset Marlon, and in today's video, we're going to talk about overcoming your limitations.
I got $1 billion mindset.
So let's talk about this because it's a massive topic. It's not about getting to your limits. See, anybody can get to their limits. That's a pretty easy thing to do. If I'm overweight and I haven't worked out in a very long time and I walk up a flight of stairs, guess what? I'm at my limits. It's the truth. So getting to your limits isn't all that special. What's really special is when you get to your limits, what do you do from there? Let's say we're using this example of having a fella who hasn't worked out in a very long time. They want to get back in shape and they walk that first flight of steps and now they're winded, they're sweating, and everything wants to tell them, hey, you know what, you got the floor one, step out, go to the elevator. See, that's a pretty easy and a pretty common thing to do. What's more uncommon is when that gentleman or that woman gets to their limitation and then from there they decide to push a little bit more. It's not about just getting to the edge. Anybody can get to their edge. In fact, most people get to their edge every single day. Most people get fatigued at the end of a workday. Most people get a little fatigued during their morning run or their morning jog or their workout. It's the champions that when they get fatigued and their gas tank is on empty, find a way to give a little bit more. See, it's this compounding effect of giving a little bit more after the tank's been emptied that begins to push you past your limitation. If we're talking about growing to the next level, we're talking about doing things that are currently outside of our realm of possibility. In order for me to get outside of my realm of possibility, first I need to get to the edge of my realm of possibility. Once upon that edge, I now need to venture out a little bit further. In other words, let's use a very basic example. Let's say the most amount of push-ups you can do in one go is 25. So you push and push and push and you get to 25 and your arms fatigue and then you collapse. Most people would stop right there saying, I did a great job. And you did. Like, let me be the first to congratulate you on having done a good job. You went to your limit. However, if we're talking about becoming world class, if we're talking about changing our life exponentially, then we need to figure out how that after my arms collapse, I get back up and I give another 2, 3 push-ups. Because those push-ups now are going to be the ones that push the bar, push the needle so much more drastically. You've reached your limit, you've given it your all, and you somehow produce and you generate from within even more. Think if you did this every single time. Imagine if every single day you got to your limits. You've made all the sales calls you could possibly make, and then you make another. You've done all the push-ups you can do, and then you do one more. You ran your 10 miles, and then you sprint another quarter mile. Think about the sort of progress that you would see at the end of a year in comparison to all your peers, in comparison to your past self last year who only ever just went to the limitation. See, you might still be in the same position that you were in a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, or maybe the change that you're seeing now is incrementally different. But what I want to see is an exponential difference because the truth is, your life can change a lot in a relatively short period of time if you begin to develop the habit of constantly over delivering, if you deliver the habit of constantly going more than expected. Begin to challenge yourself. I want you to think more like a champion. Begin to ask yourself, if I were hanging out with Kobe Bryant and we were shooting free throws, would he stop after his legs were fatigued, after his arms were fatigued, or would he find a way to make another 100 free throws? Not everybody wants to be amazing. Not everybody wants to be world class, and I understand that. So maybe if that's not you, you've already clicked off of this video. But if you're still watching, that means you want to be world class, and I want to give you permission to be world class. And better than that, I want to give you a tactic. I want you to add one more. In fact, Ed Milet says it the best. He says it's the power of one more. Give it one more. So today, if you're starting this early in the morning and you're going to go work out, when you get to the end of your reps, I want you to give one more. When you're making your sales calls, I want you to give one more. When you see your wife, your husband, your kids, I want you to tell them, I love you one more time. Whatever it is that's important in your life that you want to excel to the next level, give it one more. If you enjoyed this video, you got any sort of value, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, and comment down below. What's the next thing that you're going to give one more?